Hello and welcome to emmaroseascension, and this is my class for Kyphosis. Everything in this class is an invitation, and I encourage you to listen to your body and work within your personal limitations. Namaste. For today's class, you're going to need some props. You'll need a belt. You need 2 smaller cushions and a larger cushion or a bolster. I'm just going to put them off to the side for the moment. We'll be using them later on. Let's come into easy seat pose, crossing one leg in front of the other, lengthening through the spine, grounding down through the sit bones, placing the hands palms face up on the knees. And if you want, you can pop a cushion underneath the sit bones, just to lift, make space in the hips. I'm going to start with the 3-part breath into the belly, into the ribs, and up into the clavicles, and sighing out through the mouth. Okay, breathing into the belly, into the ribs, up into the clavicles, sighing the breath out. Breathe into belly, into the chest, up into the clavicles, and sighing the breath out. Taking the breath into the belly, into the chest, and all the way up into the clavicles, and sighing the breath out. Belly, chest, clavicles, and sigh the breath out. Breathing into the belly, to the chest, all the way up to the clavicles, and sighing the breath out. Breathing into the belly, into the chest, all the way up into the clavicles, and sighing the breath out. Then we're going to start with some neck exercises, taking the chin down towards the chest, lengthening the back of the neck, and looking up towards the ceiling, lengthening the front of the neck. And we're going to repeat this 4 more times, following your breath, breathing in up, and breathing out, chin to chest. This releases tension in the back of the neck muscles, improving the range of motion in the cervical spine, reduces stiffness, enhances your posture, reduces the risk of neck injury, and improves the blood flow to the neck area, which can help in any healing process. And then coming back into neutral. Just taking a nice deep breath. Maybe do a few shoulder rolls just to release the shoulders off. And do any movements that feel good. Then we're going to take the gaze over the left shoulder, and then back to center, and then take the gaze over the right shoulder. I'm going to repeat this 4 times on each side. Breathing out, looking over the left shoulder. Breathing in, back to center. Breathing out, looking over the right shoulder. Keep going in your own time, following the breath for 3 more rounds. This simple movement of the neck encourages a light head with the reducing of stiffness and tension of the thoracic and the cervical spine. And just do 1 more round, looking over the left shoulder, back to center, and then looking over to the right. And then come back to center. We're going to do a side stretch in the neck, taking the left ear to the left shoulder, taking the right arm out to the side towards the floor, and taking the left arm to the top of the head. And just lengthen through the right side of the neck. Just releasing any tension here as we're breathing into that side of the neck. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing and letting go of any tension. Breathing out, coming back to center. And then taking the right ear to the right shoulder, taking the left arm out to the side, reaching down towards the floor, lengthening that left side of the neck. Then bringing the right arm to the top of the head, just helping lengthening left side of the neck. This pose positively affects the neck's flexibility, and also the cervical muscles and the spinal joints become more flexible. Additionally, releasing stiffness from the neck can also help avoid stiffness in the shoulders and the arms. Releasing the arm now, and just coming back to neutral. We're going to take the chin down towards the chest, and we're going to do some neck rolls. So rolling over towards the left, taking the ear towards the left shoulder, rolling back to center, and then over to the right side. Exhaling back to center, and then inhaling, taking the ear to the shoulder on the left side, exhaling back to center, and inhaling, taking the right ear to the right shoulder. Allowing the movement to flow with the breath for 3 more rounds. This pose can help relax the shoulders and the upper back, and will also help to open a tight and stiff neck, as it stretches and lengthens and strengthens the muscles around the neck and the shoulders, and also helps to lengthen the spine. Being mindful of how your neck feels and doing what feels good for you. And then coming back to center and bringing the head back up. And you can roll the shoulders back, take them up towards the ears and roll them back in towards each other into the shoulder girdle. Just breathing in, rolling the shoulders up and back. This posture improves shoulder strength and helps prevent slumping of the spine by lengthening it, and it also releases tightness of neck, shoulders and upper back muscles. I'm going to now do some seated cat-cows, placing the hands on the knees. I'm going to breathe in and take the chest forward, keeping the chin level, and breathing out, arching the back and locking the chin towards the chest. And then following with your breath, repeating this for 4 more rounds. This pose stretches the hips, back and abdomen muscles, stimulates the abdominal organs, including the gastrointestinal tract. It expands the lungs and the chest, making breathing smoother. It can also relieve back pain and sciatica. It can help alleviate depression and anxiety, as well as easing menstrual symptoms and easing the lower abdominal muscles, as well as aligning the spine and bringing postural awareness. We're now going to do some Sufi circles. Drawing a circle with the chin counterclockwise. Arching the back as we go back. Bringing the chest forward, breathing in, breathing out, arching back. Breathing in, coming forward. Just keep making the circles, breathing in forward, breathing out, back, arching the back. Just flow with your breath, allowing your chin to lead and make the circles. And just one more. And only go as far as feels good for you. You might be doing small circles today. Now we're going to go clockwise in the opposite direction. So we're going to let the chin to the left knee and go round, leading with the chin, arching back, breathing in, coming forwards, and then arching back, breathing out. Just do 4 more, following your breath. Sufi circles or seated torso circles can be a quick solution to reduce accumulated tension and stiffness in the hips, lower back, shoulders and pelvis, as these are areas where we can store tension and emotions. And then coming back up into center. And then lacing the hands, taking them up towards the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders and just taking 3 breaths here. Nice deep belly breaths in. And then breathing out, taking the right arm out to the side down to the floor and taking the left arm up towards the ceiling. And if the neck is okay, you can look up towards the arm. Just taking a nice stretch down that left side. Breathing into the ribs, breathing into that left side of the body, making space, and then breathing out, releasing into the stretch. This lengthens and strengthens the side body and core muscles while strengthening the spine and making space in between the vertebrae. And then breathing in, coming back up into center, taking the arms up to the sky, taking a breath in the center. And then breathing out, taking the left hand down towards the floor. The floor and the right arm up towards the ceiling. And if the neck is okay, looking up towards the ceiling. Again, breathing in to that right side, making space in the ribs, in the right hand side of the body. And have a little smile here, just helps the body relax. And then coming back up into center, and just roll the shoulders back a few times. Just notice how the body's feeling after that. Again, lacing the hands, taking them forward and up towards the ceiling. So I'm going to go for a twist, so taking the left hand to the right knee and the right hand behind you to the floor, lengthening through the spine, breathing out into the twist. Lengthening through the spine on the in-breath, breathing out into the twist, releasing and relaxing into the twist. Just following the breath, lengthening through the spine, making space in between the vertebrae. Coming back up in center, taking the right hand to the left knee this time. Breathing out, taking that left hand behind you. If that neck is okay, you can look over the left shoulder. Taking some nice deep belly breaths in, making space between the vertebrae. and releasing into the twist. And then breathing in, coming back up into center, bringing the hands down to heart center and Anjali Mudra. And then taking the hands to the knees. And just taking a couple of breaths here. Just noticing how the body feels after doing the twist. Checking back in with yourself, how you're feeling. The seated twist is a nice stretch in the neck and is helpful for thyroid imbalance or respiratory disorders. It warms up the spine and the upper body, counteracting backache, pain and tightness, and it benefits the muscles of the lower back, middle back, upper back and psoas. And we're going to lace the hands behind the back this time and just take them away from the body and looking up towards the ceiling, opening up the chest and heart. This pose allows the shoulders to open, the rib cage to expand, thereby creating room for better circulation of oxygenated blood to the body and the mind. It can also provide great relief for cervical issues, chronic neck and shoulder pain. And then we're going to come into forward bend, taking the arms up towards the ceiling, if that feels good for you. If not, you might want to leave the hands back down by the spine and just come into the full bend with the arms behind you. And then breathing in, coming back up and just giving the shoulders a roll, just releasing any tension in the shoulders, doing any movements that feel good for you. And just checking back in with the body, see if anything else, you might want to circle the wrists, flick the fingers, just to release the hands. And then we're going to go take the hands back behind us, facing forward. Lengthen out through the wrists. Just taking some nice deep belly breaths here. Practicing easy pose, wrist stretch can help with opening the forearms, upper arms and shoulders, which will eventually support the wrists and reduce the tightness and stiffness. It can also release any aches and pains caused by carpal tunnel syndrome. And then facing the hands in the opposite direction, away from the buttocks. And just breathing into the chest. And then bringing the hands back forward. And again, just flipping the hands up and down. Just encircling the wrists. 3 times one way, 3 times the other, and flicking the fingers out. Just to release the wrists and the hands off. Now you're going to need the strap or belt. And so we've got 3 options here. So option 1 is taking the arm up towards the ceiling, breathing in, and then dropping the hand down in between the shoulder blades. And then taking the left arm up towards the elbow. And just holding that there, and just taking nice deep breaths in. And releasing into the stretch. And then option number 2, you can use a belt. So you can drop that down in between the shoulders and then take the other arm up and grab hold of the belt. And again, just lengthening through with the breath and releasing any tension. And then there's option 3, which is dropping the arm back into the shoulder blades and reaching around with the other arm and linking hold of the fingers. And then we're just going to take some deep breaths here. Nice deep belly breaths. Breathing into the shoulders, opening through the chest. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing and letting go into the posture. The extension of the shoulders and the arms help us to open up the heart. Lengthens, opens up the shoulders, the arms. It's good for the middle and upper back. And just release the hands. Just roll the shoulders. Do whatever feels good. And then take the opposite side, either using option 1, option 2 or option 3. Lengthening through the spine with the in-breath, breathing out, releasing into the posture, breathing into where there's any tension and breathing out, releasing, relaxing and letting go. Finding what feels good for you in this posture. And releasing the hands down, just rolling the shoulders a couple of times, doing whatever feels good as you come out of this pose. And you can put the strap off to the side if you've been using that. Come back into easy seat pose. And just taking a few deep breaths here and just checking in with yourself and how you feel after doing that posture. And then we're going to come onto all fours. Taking the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're going to go for some cat-cows. Breathing in, arching the belly towards the floor, lengthening through the spine, looking up. Breathing out, arching the back towards the ceiling, taking the chin to the chest. And flowing with the breath, breathing in, belly towards the floor, looking up, lengthening through the spine. Allowing that flow to go through the spine with the breath. And just following the breath. Allowing the breath to lead the flow of the arching of the spine towards the ceiling. And the dipping the belly towards the floor, looking up. Cat-cow pose increases the flexibility of the neck, shoulders and the spine, but also the abdomen, the hips, the lungs and the chest. This helps improve the blood flow in the spine and the pelvic region. And regular practice of this pose helps to open the tight muscles around the shoulders and slowly improves the strength of the hands and the wrists. It also massages the abdominal organs, improving digestion, easing menstrual disorders, and stimulates the thyroid glands. And then we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to come into down dog. So pushing away with the fingers and the toes, taking the hips towards the ceiling, lengthening the legs, and you can walk the legs, bending the knee, left and right, just walking the legs out. And then coming up onto the toes and coming back down. Then we're going to come into up dog, taking the weight over to the hands and untucking the toes, coming onto the fronts of the feet and the thighs, looking up, lengthening through the front of the body, lengthening through the spine, and tucking the toes under, coming back into down dog, breathing out, allowing yourself to flow from up dog to down dog now, and just doing that with the breath. So breathing out into down dog, and then coming over and then breathing in into up dog, allowing yourself to flow, lengthening through the spine. On the in breath, breathing out, coming back into down dog. Coming up onto the toes, coming over into up dog, lengthening through the spine, take the shoulders away from the ears, and then breathing out, coming back into down dog. And you can wiggle the hips, whatever you need to. You're in down dog, and then coming forward into up dog. This is just so you're getting that flexibility through the whole of the spine. Okay, and I'm going to come into puppy pose, so lengthening the hands out in front, taking the knees underneath the hips, taking the chest down towards the floor. You can take the chin to the floor or the forehead to the floor, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Just find your comfort space here. Again, we're opening that front of the chest, lengthening through the arms. You can also place a cushion under each arm to create some space for the face. And just take some nice deep belly breaths there, releasing the chest down towards the floor. And just being mindful of what feels good for you. Breathing into where there's any tension and releasing that tension with the out breath. Staying here for as long as feels comfortable for you. Can at any time come out of the pose and come back into child's pose from here. This pose opens the chest up, reducing the tightness around the back and the shoulders, and the chest opening improves the lung capacity. Just breathing into that heart space, allowing that to soften down towards the floor. Breathing into where there's any tension with the in-breath. Taking that breath all the way down to the base of the spine, all the way up into the clavicles, and releasing out. And then coming back up and out of the pose. We're going to come into child's pose now. Taking the bum back towards the heels. Arms stretched out in front of you and forehead to the floor. Just allowing yourself to rest in child's pose, checking in with your body. Checking in with your mind, your emotions, just seeing how you feel after doing that heart opening puppy pose, and just allowing yourself to come back into some rest and peace in child's pose. And this pose relaxes the spine, shoulders, neck and head, and calms the mind and the central nervous system in the process. Staying in this pose regulates the heartbeat and the breathing rhythm to its natural body tendency, and stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for resting the body's activities. And then coming back up to sit. Now we're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So you're going to need your cushions, one either side of the knees to rest your knees on, and then we're going to need the larger cushion or bolster behind your back. So we're going to be reclining back into this, and we're going to take the soles of the feet together, and we're going to take the legs into diamond shape, so taking the knees out to the sides, allowing the cushions to support you. And then we're going to take the hands either side of the cushion behind us and lower ourselves back onto our backs, and taking the arms out into a T position, and just releasing the head back down towards the floor, and just allowing yourself, putting a pillow under the head if you need support, to release and open in the chest and all the way down the front line, allowing the hips to soften and open. Just making any adjustments so you are able to fully relax and rest and release any tension in this posture, as we're going to be here for about 3 minutes. Allowing yourself to be fully supported by the cushions, by the floor. Just breathing in to the upper part of the body. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing, and letting go of any tension, any tiredness. Just checking in, seeing how you're feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically in this posture. And again, you can take the breath all the way down to the belly. Nice deep belly breaths in. Breathing out, releasing any tension, any tiredness in the hips, the chest. Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly pose, helps release tightness around the hips and back. It gently stretches the hips, knees, lower back, chest and neck. With the elevation of the chest, makes breathing easier and relaxes the entire body. It can also help with back pain like sciatica, ease depression and endometriosis, and even assist with recovery from hip replacement. Then just bringing the arms back by the sides, pushing down into the hands, coming back up, gently bringing the knees back up together. You can use the hands if you need. I'm going to come back into Shavasana now, so this is our final posture. Lying down on your back, allowing the legs to go away, feet flopping out to the side, arms slightly away from body, palms facing up, shoulders away from ears and lengthening through the neck. You can take cushion underneath the knees if you feel you need to release the lower back. Just absorb all of the postures we've done so far, allowing your body to relax. And just taking some time here to breathe into the body. Just notice what's going on. If there's any tension, any tiredness anywhere, just taking the breath to there. And then just releasing and relaxing, letting go of any tension, any tiredness with the out breath. Breathing into the upper part of the body, feeling the lightness on the in-breath. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing, letting go of any tension, any tiredness into the floor, through the back of the body. Allowing your body to just soften into the floor, allowing yourself to be supported. Allowing your body to feel heavy now. Breathing into the upper part of the body, just feeling the lightness with the in-breath in the upper part of the body. And breathing out, releasing, relaxing, letting go. And then just rolling over onto your side in fetal position. Just allowing yourself some time. And then push up with your hands, come back up into sitting. I'm just going to breathe in, taking the arms up towards the sky and bringing the hearts down through the center of the body, into heart center, into Anjali Mudra. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this class, and I look forward to seeing you next time.